Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I care for the two baby crested geckos that were featured in my reptile collection video. So this is what I keep them in temporarily. This is just as because they're young, it sort of allows me to see that they're eating and see that they're doing well. So the way I start is I have this sort of medium-sized fulnarium. Or small sized. I place as a substrate for the time being. I use just some paper towel. This allows for some humidity, however the main factor is it allows the live food to actually stay on the surface of this and helps to keep it clean. So inside the enclosure I add some branches. I add 3 of these. This just allows the baby cresteds to have somewhere to sort of sleep and hunt from, because they will actually often jump off of these branches to catch their food. So I set them up just like this. Now I will also add some small plastic plants. This just basically adds something a bit different into their tub, gives them something more interesting sort of climb on, and it also allows water to form on it. I'll also add this one, so it allows the crested geckos to sort of have places to hide and climb around on. So the items I use for food are the Rapashi crested gecko diet, and I'll also use this, which I made myself just a minute ago, which is a mixture of apple, kiwi, banana and calcium powder mixed in. So I'm going to try this one and see whether they enjoy eating it, as it's sort of more of a natural fruit based food as opposed to the powders. So I'll see whether they enjoy it. So I am actually going to try these guys with something different today. I'm just going to grab it now. So I'm actually going to try these guys with some calci worms. They've never had them before. They're supposed to be a good live food source as they contain a lot of protein and calcium. So I'll place that just in here for these guys to eat. So I'll just grab the geckos and then we'll get back to the video. So as you can see, the two babies are now in the cage. As I said, this cage is temporarily. This is the way sort of I found is good for keeping the babies, just to raise them up. When they do grow a tiny bit larger than this, they will be moved into an appropriate sized cage with most likely live plants and either a eco-earth substrate with a moss or something like a topsoil substrate. And that'll sort of make for a nice enclosure for them and similar to the adults. So as you probably know, crested geckos do need humidity. So I'm just going to grab the spray bottle and we'll get back to the video. So we'll just spray them down. This gives them some water to drink. I spray it for a couple of seconds so there's enough water, and usually you will see they'll start to sort of lick their eyes, as you can see there. Now I will also feed them gut-loaded crickets. Now I'll talk about gut-loading in another video and the methods I like to use. So you will be surprised by the size of these crickets. You may think, oh, they won't eat them. However, they do. Often a myth is people will say that reptiles will only eat insects that are the size between the distance of their eyes, which is, in my opinion, false. If you think about reptiles in the wild, they're not sort of going to measure up how big their prey items are and they'll eat them. So they will eat these crickets no problem, and they quite often do. So you can see the size comparison there. They're not too fussed. They eat these quite regularly. They'll usually have about sort of 6 to 8 of those crickets of that size a week, as well as their fruit foods. And I'm going to try calci worms, so if they like them, they may get them on a occasional treat. So that's my way of keeping them. I know some people will prefer to keep them and put them straight into the larger cages, such as like a glass Exoterra. However, this is the way I found worked for me, just for the fact I can see what they're eating and see that they're doing well. So, like I said, I will cover gut loading in another video for people that may sort of not understand what I mean or want to know different methods of gut loading their food. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.